What's up YouTube? It's True Feldman here. I have an Infernoid deck profile here because this is my absolutely favorite deck, and I can finally play it at a much more consistent rate now, seeing as we've got that grass looks greener. Anyway, so without too much more introduction, let's get started on the deck profile. There's a lot to go through. I'm trying to keep it as quick as possible. So up first, we got our lineup of monsters, the 32 in total, running 60 cards. So running 3 Decatron. Sends any Infernoid, becomes that Infernoid permanently, unless you like Breakthrough Skeleton or something. So 1 Promise, Night Beam, it's pretty good, so why not run it at least at 1. 3 Antra, bounces cards, which is really relevant, seeing as like Crystal Wings now can't be destroyed by card effects, so you need something like this to get rid of it. 3 Harmonic for popping monsters, self-explanatory. Patrouillas to pop spell cards, fantastic card, love this card. Piatti, Infernoid Piatti. I don't know how I feel about this card. I'm playing it at the moment instead of running 3 Sajet, so I'm playing 2 Sajet. I think that it's fine. It hasn't really come up where I've got to hit a card out of the hand, but I'm sure it will, and I'm sure it'll be amazing. If it's not, then I guess I'll just cut the card, so not sure what I'd play, but it's for another time, I guess. 2 Sajet, you need 2 for Madness, or Feast, it's called, sorry, Void Feast. Card, you can summon this in like 2 Decatrons with the Feast. But the attacking and banishing cards, not that relevant, but like if your opponent's gone through everything, then it would be, so Sajet's not bad. Cytimus, 3 of this card. Setesmus. Setesmus's effect is like banish a card if it attacks, so it just clears absolutely everything. 3 Atondel, attacks, we're not longer in a pendulum format, so this card can get double attack, so it just puts on a lot of damage really quickly, which is fantastic, so it's good to see him back again. 3 Divyati, Heavy Storm with the monster negate. 3 Ononku Dark Hole with a spell negate. Hilarious thing, like I've seen the meme come up a lot now, like Ononku summons to a Zodiac board, the Zodiac player negates it tries to negate it with My Body as a Shield, and Ononku negates My Body as a Shield, so you pay 1,500 life points to have your board wiped, and Ononku clears itself, which is fantastic. It was pretty funny. I thought it was hilarious. For non-Infernoid monsters, I run 2 Raiden for milling. It's really important that this deck mills as much as possible, and if it can mill after you activate that grass looks greener, it's even better. And then the other 2 monsters that are non-Infernoid are Snows. This card just stops everyone from playing the game. So Wind Witches, they summon the level 3, that summons the level 4. The level 4 activates its effect. You activate this card, summoning it, banishing 7 cards, flip the level 4 face down, or the level 3, I don't think it matters particularly. They won't be able to, it makes it like they have to have other plays for the Crystal Wing, which is fine if they do, because you can still add it, but this card's just hilarious. So that's for the monsters, 32 in total, as I think I said earlier. So yeah, 28 of those are Infernoids. I think it's a really good number. It just means that you can summon through strikes and stuff. So next I run Monster Gate Reasoning. Why not? I run it before, continue running it now. I use these cards to search for my side deck cards a lot, because I side out a couple of the other main deck cards, and then I side in them, like the Lanciers and other stuff, like my Ghost Ogres or whatever, and like those cards can be attributed from the side of your side of the field to activate their effects. So like these cards search them essentially. It's not an accurate search, but it is an attempt nonetheless, which is better than just hoping to draw it in 60 cards, which is not going to happen. 1 Barrel from a different dimension. Card's amazing. Just gives you 3 Infernoids back, so you can do it again. Do whatever you need to do again. 1 for 1, such as the Decatron from the deck. And like the cost is nothing. Like discarding is practically meaningless in this deck, which is hilarious. 2 charge. Cost to mill, which is amazing. Cost in general is great. And then you mill 3 cards and get a Raiden, and then mill 2 more cards, and then if the Raiden's still in the field, you mill 2 more, so up to 7 cards, or you just make it Omega and just generate resources. 2 Twin Twister. I didn't think running 3 was necessary. There's not a lot of back row that really hurts us. Like different dimensional dimensional barrier doesn't do anything. It does stop the Tierra, but like we can play around that. And then like the only thing that hurts us is strikes, but you generally, if you activate grass and like resolve it, that's, you're gonna have too many Infernoids anyway. So our board wipes, 2 Book of Eclipse. No, I know this doesn't actually wipe them from the board, but that's the important part of that, is because like it puts them face down. It's a quick play, so you can be using it defensively or offensively. The offensive capabilities for this is amazing because you set their extra deck card, which means they still have it, so you get imagination still, and then sends 6 cards. So it's essentially like allows you to reasoning, and their cards don't do anything. And defensively, you can use this to like stop your opponent from OTKing you, but you also have Snow for that. The other good thing about this is it also sets your own cards, which is phenomenal, because it means that you can, like, if your Infernoid's been set on the field for a turn, like, you say your Divyati's on the field, and, like, once you have Divyati on the field, you can't summon any more Infernoids, so you activate Book of Eclipse, and it sets the Divyati, as well as all your opponent's cards, and then you can summon all your other Infernoids, and just flip the Divyati back up, which is excellent. So, yeah. I'm running 2 Pot of Desires. I wasn't sure about this card, but I ended up playing it because like I'm running 60 cards, so apparently it doesn't hurt me if I lose 10 of them. Plus I try to turbo out Omega a lot, so I can just get the Infernoids I want from my Banished Zone back. So that's pretty easy. Next, running the best card in the deck. The thing that makes this deck consistent again, strong again, really good. That grass looks greener. Not much to say about it, it's everything. And then I run 3 Left Arm Offering to search that grass looks greener. I don't really like the fact that you can't set the turn, but I think that's just me being greedy and wanting more for nothing, I guess. The cost to banish your hand is really relevant. Like, if they stop this card, like, it's going to be a bad turn for you. I now run up to the spells, the Void spells, sorry. I run a couple of interesting Void cards. This be one of them, the expansion. It's a field spell that says that your opponent can only target it. They can only target and attack your highest level Infernoid, which can be Decatron sometimes if you send like an Onku or Divyati, because it gets huge. But during the standby phase, you also get a token. Your standby phase, you also get a token, and you can use your field to tribute for Infernoid. So if you have like 8 on the field and like you don't want to use, like you have a Decatron that sends a Cytomess or something like that, like that's an 8 on the field, but you can tribute it out of the way, plus the token, which doesn't count towards your levels, to summon that Cytomess back, summon that actual Cytomess. So it's not bad. I'll see how it goes. Yeah. 2 Voids here. I don't like seeing it in my hand, so I like milling it. Because I don't think it extends the plays too much. It just prevents me from like getting killed, which I know is really important, but I think I'm really greedy. 3 Void Vanishment. This card is amazing. It was amazing before. It's still amazing now. You discard a card, search a Void card from your deck to your hand, except for Null and Void and this card. And then you can get Feast, and then like you can send this and Feast, and then you get 3 Infernoids, which is superb. The other effect which everyone forgets about is like if an Infernoid is involved in a battle, you can send this card to the graveyard to banish both battling monsters. So it's like, oh, your Crystal Wing is attacking my Decatron in defense mode. All right, cool. Let me just kill this card and banish your Infernoid. Banish my Infernoid. Banish your Crystal Wing. And then the last spell Void card is Imagination, Reasoning for the deck. You have to run it. I think 3's fine. 2's probably fine as well, because you can search it. But like, I just want to see it because everyone's summoning from the extra deck. The other interesting Void card I'm playing is this Void Purification. This card generates so much advantage during the standby phase. So during yours, you send an Inferno from your graveyard, from your Banished Zone to your graveyard, and then during your opponent's standby phase, you add an Inferno from your graveyard to your hand. So you can add Decatron and then just summon a Decatron and send cards and just out there board. It's really, really good. But you can't control any other monsters other than Infernoids. It doesn't mean if they set a monster, this card will destroy itself. But if you have no monsters, this doesn't destroy itself. It's just if you control a monster that isn't an Infernoid, you lose it. So yeah. And then you run 2 Feasts, sorry. Feast is amazing. It's spectacular. It's great. Gives the deck extra life outside of the grass and reasoning and stuff. The extra deck, I haven't really done a lot of work with it. I don't feel like it needs a lot of work, but I could be wrong. I'm getting a Crystal Wing and I've got an Omega coming, so I think you play them, I guess, because you can make both of them, so why not play them? The Omega's better, but anyway. 3 Tiara for the fusion. Tiara's amazing, but the most painful Inferno to deal with because it can't remove itself, which is horseshit. But yeah, anyway. 1 Omega. This card like just generates resource advantage. You just put Infernoids back into the grave and like you take a card out of their hand for free. So it's a really good card and definitely worth playing. Probably should play it too. You know, I don't know. The rest I've got is like some other just random cards. These are all just like generic cards like mills, negates, vanilla, just simply to like create bigger boards and stuff. So yeah, I won't talk too much about it because they're not great. For this side deck, I run 2 Lancia. It'll be 3 when I get my 3rd one back from Jack. If you summon this card, you contribute it, and then like you can't banish for the turn. You can only do this on your opponent's turn. So like you reasoning summon this card, and then like pass turn distribute it, and that's the end of their turn. Or you summon an Infernoid and then tribute this card, and then that's the end of their turn, which is pretty cool. 3 Ghost Ogre. It's the same concept as Lancia, except it's for like Zodiacs and other decks, I guess, like Metaphors, so you can summon it and just pop their cards. So it's pretty good. So search it with reasoning, and then an interesting choice. I run Eccentric. I was talking about it with my friends Cameron and Travis, and they were saying that like this card is an MST. You never get to see any of your cards that you side in because like you're running 60 cards. So you have to run like a heap of cards to see them. So the 2 Twin Twisters already in the deck. I side another Twin Twister because that makes 3, and then like this card is 3. So like that'll help me out the Iron Wall if it comes up. That's if people aren't playing Lancias. Lancias is the soft lock. That is actually the same as like D Barrier. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So 3 Eccentric to pop spells or pop monsters, whichever one is most relevant at the time. 1 of each to make the round 3 for both. Board wipes, back row removal, fair enough. And then 3 breakthrough skill. Don't mind milling this card. It is great card. Outs those other cards that I can't get to. Like say I put in Eccentrics to outer board. I got this Book of Eclipses as well. Like this, just banish it and negate their Vanity's Fiend or whatever is like locking me from the turn, and then that's the end of. That's the end of that, so it's pretty good. So that's it for my Inferno deck profile, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Like if you did, and comment your opinions. Tell me what you think of those other Void cards. Probably horse shit, but I'm nostalgic for Infernoids. I am so excited for this format. Yeah. Anyway, and subscribe if you want more, because I'm probably going to be doing more updated profiles for Infernoids. Probably going to get onto those Zodiacs and those Wind Witches, and yeah, I'll let you guys know. Anyway, thank you guys, and I'll catch you later.